Now, another thing, gentlemen, is the legislation. I have been to many hospitals. I have also visited some of the five-star hotels, spoken to their managerial staff, spoken to some of their owners, and they are basically ignorant about this pollution. They are also only concerned about AQI, and AQI means only PM 2.5 for them. They also have installed the air purifiers which are available in the market, but they remove only particulate matters. They are not aware of carbon dioxide and other gaseous pollutants in the air, and that's why they are not bothered. So I have told them in hospitals, some doctors are aware of this IS 15879-2009. This is a breathing air compressor package specifications. This is an Indian standard code which was made for breathing air compressor package, and this specifies the breathing air quality. In table 1 of this Indian standard, it is given that what should be the requirement of breathing air quality. It is shown in this figure. So this code says that carbon dioxide content in breathing air should not exceed 500 parts per million. But though our doctors are aware of this fact, but this is a bitter truth today, all hospitals in Delhi are unable to provide this quality of breathing air to their patients unless the patient is on ventilator in ICU. The doctors only check this level of CO2 when the patient goes on ventilator. When they give him oxygen, then they are supposed to check the CO2 content in that oxygen. They absorb the CO2 if it is more than this 500 ppm. Otherwise, rest of the time, the moment a patient is taken off from the ventilator, even in ICU, the CO2 level is more than 500 ppm. And once he is shifted to other wards, normal ward, gentlemen, in indoor air, I have personally checked in some of the hospitals, the CO2 content is found exceeding more than 1500 to 2000 parts per million even. So imagine, though Shri instruction says that in any indoor environment, CO2 content should not exceed 1000 parts per million. I have also spoken to many consultants, designers of HVAC, the members of Shri in Delhi, NCR. I have discussed this point with them. All of them agree with me that yes, sir, this is the condition everywhere. In most of the air-conditioned buildings in India, we have found that CO2 level is exceeding more than 1000 parts per million, which is permitted or which is restricted as the maximum CO2 content by even Shri. So when I asked them what is the reason, they said, sir, since we have no other alternative other than air change, and air change, this is the condition. Most of these buildings, they are designing for 3 to 4 air changes per hour, which are insufficient as on date. They were sufficient when CO2 content in atmospheric air used to be 300-400 parts per million. But today, if it has increased 600-700 parts per million, so this ACH concept is itself failing. And that's why the problem in all air-conditioned building. So now, I think we are lucky. In India, we have got a system now called BUNKERMAN's technology of direct carbon capture, which will give relief to us in these buildings. And this is a boon that this direct carbon capture is coming at negative cost in these air-conditioned buildings in India. We have carried out case studies of about 5 to 7 buildings till now, and everywhere it is proving that this is the best solution as on date to reduce the carbon emission and to provide good breathing air quality, good indoor air quality in these buildings. Also, our system is totally in line with the recommendations of Shri, ISRE and IGBC, Green Building